Hope you're doing well. These are short bursts of classes to help stretch you, strengthen you, and get you in and out an efficient amount of time, because I'm sure you're struggling with how much time things take. Coming down onto your hands and your knees, and then pressing your hips forward, reaching your arms overhead, zip your ankles and your knees together, squeeze your bum. All I want you to do is draw your hands underneath your shoulders, lift your chest and chin, reach out nice and long. Good. Do it again. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top, and then reach your fingertips away. Up and squeeze. Good. Take a break. You are breaking for 30 seconds. You are working for 30 seconds. The next move, keeping your head neutral for as long as possible, bringing those pinkies down by your hips, and then lifting your chest and chin, and then lowering down back neutral, bringing those arms overhead. But first, we're starting with that first exercise. Good. Pull all the way down. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your thighs, your knees, your ankles together. Zip everything up. I want you to think about driving your elbows straight down to the back edge of your mat, as opposed to bringing them out wide. So try to keep it as narrow as possible. I want you to work your back as much as you open and lengthen through your chest. Reach your arms overhead. Those pinkies slide down towards your hips. Your head stays neutral for as long as you can. And I want you to squeeze those pinkies in towards your midline, right? So reach in towards your spine, and then lower down all the way out. Open up that chest. Head is neutral, which means that chin doesn't come off of your chest until you're at the tail end. Good. Lower your hands, maybe coming up on your forearms, and maybe bending one knee at a time, gazing over a shoulder for a little stretch. You have 30 seconds. While we wait, let me show you that third round of exercise. Feet together, hands out to the side. I want you to lift up, keeping your forehead down on the mat. But first, draw those hands and palms underneath your shoulders. Elbows slide right down your sides. Give that butt a nice tight squeeze, and then you extend it out. Good. You can lower your hands. You can rest those hands and arms on the mat as you extend out, knowing that we are going to build strength so that you can eventually keep your hands and arms off of the mat the entire time. Arms overhead, slide those pinkies down by your hips, and that's what peels the front of your body off of your mat, right? Pull out wide, lower down, squeeze, lift your chin. You can take a rest at the top if you need to. Nice and slow. Arms out to the sides. You're in a T, forehead down. Lift those arms, lower. Lift those arms. Good. I'm gonna take my forehead off the mat because I feel a little pressure and tension in my neck when my chin gets too close to my chest. So be aware of that. If it doesn't feel good to be flat, just lift that head and neutralize that spine. Pull your toes behind you. Crown of the head reaches forward. Beautiful. You take your break. Fourth move. Lift your chest and chin. We are drawing circles towards the back wall. When we walk down this ladder of this mini bar series, we're gonna roll it forward. Take your stretches. Find your breath. We're starting at the top. Exercise number 1. Here it is. Pull down, squeeze, elbows into your side pockets. Extend, reaching those armpits up towards the front of your mat. Find length through those lats, those beautiful big muscles down your back. Long neck, elbows drop, shoulders drop. Reach those pinkies down by your hips, and then you peel your chest up. Arms nice and wide. Pull and spread those fingers away from one another. Drive it down. Lift it up. Good. You do not have to lift your head, your neck, your chin, your chest very high to make this very hard. So much of what we're doing right now. Good. Forehead down. So much of what we're doing right now in this postpartum life is rounding our back, looking down at the baby, rocking and falling asleep in a chair, right? So we're just working the strength of the posture muscles in the back, opening up the chest. Are your glutes on fire? Yeah, we're reawakening that back booty. Good. Look up, lift chest, roll it back. Option here, drop that head down. What you're not allowed to do is allow those shoulders to creep up. They lower down. Try to keep your wrists and elbows shoulder height. If you can't, that's totally fine. Stay with it if you can. If you need a break, take a break and then rejoin us. Everybody break for 30 seconds. I will show you the fifth and final exercise. Your feet walk out to the wide edges of your mat. Your arms and hands walk out to the top edges of your mat. Forehead stays down. I want you to lift one arm, one leg, up and then back down. Up and back down. We're at the top, all 5 in a row. Pull it down. Press, lift, and squeeze. Reach it all the way. Up and lower. Pull. Press, lift, squeeze your bum. Don't forget about those heels, those knees, those thighs. Keep them together. We're working the legs, right? Because it's easy to do nothing with your legs and then lift your body. But let's really activate everything we can. Good, big snow angel with that upper body. And then reach overhead. Lower down if you need to regroup and recover before lengthening those arms and strengthening your back. You should feel it in your shoulders a little bit, in your upper back, in your mid back, and those tiny muscles in that low back. Arms out to a T. Lift up. So think about your shoulder blades lifting up to the ceiling and then squeezing in towards one another. Lift that whole arm, right? Not just your elbows, not just your knuckles and wrists, one straight line. Heels are together, yes? Everything we do here in class today can be done standing up against the wall. Look forward, circles to the back. I tell you what, this is hard. Maybe you take a break and you do one at a time. Maybe you lower that palm down. Good. It doesn't roll through your hips. Stay locked down. We are strong. Good. Let's starfish our legs, starfish our arms. Lift one arm, one leg. Good. See if you can keep your chin and chest, your chin and forehead down on the mat. Maybe lift, feel that difference. Up, down. Much more involved. Good. Maybe both arms, both legs at the same time. Good. Take a break. We have hit all 5 in a row. We are doing all 5. This time, we are rolling those shoulders forward And then we're walking back down that ladder. 5 exercises in a row, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then done. Here it is. Pull down. Option, lower your hands, lift your chest, peel your belly off that mat a little bit. Lower down, plant your hands, squeeze those elbows in towards your side body. Don't let those heels fall apart. Creating a beautiful controlled extension through that back. Good, let's draw those pinkies down by our hips. Lower, lift. Good. So swimming back, right, pulling those hands behind you down by your hips is easy. How about keeping your chest and chin where they are as you bring those hands overhead and then lower? Wow, what a difference, right? Pushing away, controlling as we lower. Arms out to a T, head is down. Give those shoulder blades a little lift, a little squeeze without bringing your shoulders up towards your ears. Maybe resting at your chin. If any of this doesn't feel good on your lady parts, I want you to wedge a pillow, right? Lift up a little bit or stand up against a wall. Roll those arms forward. You have big, beautiful circles pulling forward. Option always standing up, leaning up against a wall, chest facing forward, right? So you can slide all the way down. You can snow angel all the way out. You can lift. Yeah, that is your option. It is a beautiful one. Starfish. Let's go. Maybe one arm, one leg. Maybe one arm, one leg. Lifting chest and chin. Up, down, lift, lower, maybe both. Which means you ground through your belly button. See if you can get your rib cage off the floor. Take a break. 4 exercises on this round. Maybe you find that beautiful stretch. Maybe you just want a break. Pull under, press up, maybe lower, and extend. Option here, lift up and down. Keeping your arms parallel, which means your wrists and elbows are in line with your shoulders, so not out wide. We do that on that last exercise, straight out in front. Option, pull those hands underneath those shoulders. Good, let's draw it down, all the way down. And lift, extend, and then you lower. Lower shoulder blades, slide down your back, right? And then do it again when your arms reach overhead. Slide, lift, and lower. Put them out into a T, straight out to the sides. Where are your knees, thighs, ankles, big toes, heels? Good, you can do this one arm at a time. Just make sure you're not rocking side to side on those hips. You are nice and even, steady. Good. Lift up, look forward. I want those beautiful arm circles. You're rolling forward, but nothing is sinking and rolling forward, right? It's just your fingertips drawing a line on your sidewalls, drawing a circle forward, down, and back. Longer neck, tighter butt. Take a break. Re-strengthening our posture muscles. Our body has adjusted, compensated for carrying a baby, right? All of that weight in front, now it's not there. The baby is not there, right? So we really want to realign and re-strengthen all of those beautiful, tiny posture muscles in our back. Scoop and lift. Reach and lower. Guess what? This can be done with one arm at a time. If you feel like you need a modification, modifications are a welcomed option always, because it'll give you a little bit more time and awareness to do it right. Beautiful. Another option here, halfway out, scoop it down, lift. Halfway out, press back, lift, and squeeze. Squeezing your shoulder blades, heels, knees, booty, thighs. Forehead down, lift it up and hold. And then lower. Lift it up and hold. And then lower. Another option, lift up, hold pulse for 4, 3, squeeze and lift, lower. Do it again, pulse. You can drop one ear down onto the floor. You can lift that opposite leg up and over. Feel that stretch, that beautiful rotation in your back. Yep, I'm already sore. Good, don't let those heels fall out. Align those joints, hips, knees, and ankles. Shoulders down. Tops of the feet are on the floor. Good. Maybe you notice you're not lifting your chest as much. That's okay. Just make sure it is beautiful alignment. Lower, lift to rise all the way overhead. If you feel like you have the control to do that, it is hard to keep that chest lifted and bring your arms overhead. Make sure nothing feels pinchy, nervy in your low back. If it does, bring your hands out to the side, squeeze and lift, as long as it doesn't hurt. Two exercises in a row. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Options. There are plenty. Let's slide those pinkies all the way down. Lift. Keep the tops of your feet on the floor. Push down in there. Extend and then lower. Single arm is a great option. Hands out to the side. Pulling those pinkies down by your hips is a great option. Take your break. We have 1 round left, 1 exercise in that round. Take it how you need it today. So maybe that's a cobra, which means you place your palms down, you push your palms into the floor, your elbows hug your side body, belly zips up and in, and then you lower down, extending those arms at the same time, or one and then the other. Lower, release. Place them down, shoulders slide down your back, elbows lock in. I want them to scrape your rib cage as you push up. Awesome job. Take an ear.